Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to MYC Uncensored with Satini.
And Zoya.
So, welcome back, Zoya.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you back. I'm sure the listeners missed you. Anyways, yeah, whatever. So thank you again, as usual, to the young person that submitted in their question, which is how to know the pathway you're choosing is right for you. So, this is quite the topic. Let's see. So finding the right path, I don't think there's just a straightforward answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be ups and downs, which is like completely normal, and beginning this process can be scary, so having the right support with you is important. If you're still at school, there's the careers advisors, and then here at the center we have job club and a youth employment service. So if you're ever around, you can come in and speak to Lauren. She's the youth employment specialist, and they help you with applying for writing up resumes, cover letters. What else? They help you apply for jobs. So if you're new to like Seek and Indeed and all that stuff, and even like if you're not sure what to say in interviews, they they prep you for that. And even when it comes to interview clothing, so if you don't have that stuff, then they can give it to you. So yeah, there's stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also like finding your passions and interests are very important.
Yeah.
So like trying out different classes, like maybe art or like cooking or stuff like that, to maybe see what type of career you want.
And I know that you do a lot of activities and like extracurricular stuff. So like, can you just like share with the listeners kind of what you do?
Yeah. So I do dance and I play the guitar.
Yeah.
And I make pottery sometimes.
Oh wow.
But
I never knew that. What the hell? Like, that's so cool, but
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I like having interests, but it's kind of hard to know if there's like a thing that I actually want to pursue in my life, because all of them aren't very stable jobs, I guess.
Yeah.
So it can be a bit difficult. Also, like knowing if you're like actually good or not
at
the thing. Like you have to be really good at something to like actually pursue it and have a stable job, I guess.
So you doing those are just like for hobbies?
Yeah.
And
yeah, just like to keep busy and do stuff after school.
But have you thought about potentially doing any of those after school or?
Not really.
Yeah.
I guess it's more like a just thing to fill my time instead of like actually doing it as a job.
Yeah.
But
oh wow. See, that's pretty good insight. I'm sure like someone out there is probably in the same doing the same thing, because there's also other podcasters in the group that do a lot of stuff too as well, like singing, dancing and all that stuff. But I've gotten the same response when I ask, oh, do you see yourself doing in the future? And they're like, oh, just to fill up time and stuff, which I guess most of yous are young anyways. Like, and that, like I said earlier, it's always going to be ups and downs, and you're just never sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, like, activities like that can look really good on, like, resumes and stuff. So that's a good reason to
true.
try out different things.
Yeah, there's, like, a lot of transferable skills, which I think is very important to have, especially growing up. But, yeah, talking about pathways, so if you're in school, usually they just tell you one pathway, yeah? So that's going on to study, and usually that's university or whatever. But I don't know, if you just don't know, there's certainly other ways. You can always go to TAFE, there's community colleges, or even just doing a certificate. You might get an apprenticeship, or I don't know what else.
Yeah, you can also like go to TAFE, like do classes at TAFE
Yeah.
while going to university. So like if you're interested in a
Yeah.
specific thing, you can do both.
Yeah, you can definitely. There's a lot of options for you to like upskill yourself. Yeah, even online while you're working, there's different options, and so I hopefully you out there find comfort knowing that there are different pathways, and it won't. You might not always, or actually, you might never find out if it's the right one for you, even if
Yeah.
you're in the industry.
You also like want to find something that there's a balance of both, like earning money and doing something that you're passionate about, and that'll always make your work more interesting.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. But yeah, I guess we should now share the other podcasters' input, and some of you who have also shared your input as well. So I'm sure this information and advice will definitely help one of you listeners out there. So one girl said, it goes without saying that finding your correct pathway isn't going to be easy. It may take you to have some ups and downs for you to truly realize what pathway is right for you.
Yeah. Another person said that any pathway you find will be your pathway, no one else's. So don't go down a path to satisfy someone and just fit inside a group.
Which I feel like people do that a lot these days.
Yeah.
Or I guess not just these days, but in general. And the pressure of your parents telling you that you should go study this at university, like go be a doctor, do something high up there, even though you don't want to do it. So yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, of course, some of you will probably end up pursuing what your parents want, but in the end, your happiness is probably number one.
Yeah, it's your life. It's not anyone else's. You should do something that you're passionate and excited about.
And then another person said, surround yourself with people and a support network that will guide you step by step and to always be there for you through those challenges.
Yeah, another person said there's no right or wrong. It's up to you and what you want to do.
Yep, I agree. And then if you can, try out different things, take classes or participate in various things and see if you like it, then perhaps that might be a pathway you want to pursue.
Yeah, and another person said, as you grow up, things can change and there's no wrong if you want to work in one industry and then change industries down the line. It's a learning experience and some of us may never know if it's right.
Exactly what we said.
Yeah.
During this whole podcast, like there'll be many opportunities and chances for you in life to basically do whatever you want. So I think just it's up to you to just really take advantage of those opportunities and just go for it. And yeah, and change might be scary, if you're working at a place now or you have a job and you think, oh, okay, this is what I'm just going to be stuck with for the rest of my life. And if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to stay there, right? Yeah, you can always change your pathway. It's all up to you.
Yeah, don't be afraid to like take opportunities or try out new things because you never know how it can help you or benefit you in the future.
No, for sure. Do your I don't know if you speak about it with your friends and stuff, but do your friends or like people around you know what they want to do when they're older, or?
I think at my school there's definitely a lot of pressure by parents to like pursue certain careers or go to uni.
Yeah.
Just like things like that. But yeah, I guess it's just kind of no one really knows what they want to do like after university.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, that's true. And here, like a lot of the young people, they limit themselves. And as we said, take all the opportunities that you can because yeah, I don't know if it's because of this area, but predominantly a lot of them just limit themselves to like, only the beauty industry or wanting to be a tradie, that type of stuff. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely get out there, try different things, and you never know, like, as I said, even if you're doing something now, the right pathway or the so-called right pathway, because we never know, um, is there for you to walk on.
Yeah. And also don't be afraid to advertise yourself, I guess,
Yeah.
and like make people know who you are and what you're capable of.
Yeah.
That will help you with jobs and stuff.
Yep. No, I agree. So yeah, overall, I guess to summarize, because we're coming to the end of the podcast episode, but it is okay to not know what you want to do. It's not a straightforward process. Having the right support is crucial, and understanding the different pathways you can take. Because once again, there's no right pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Zoya, for joining.
Yeah, of course.
As usual, all the links and stuff is in the description. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, if you are around Maryland and you want help with any employment, then be sure to come down and just drop by and see what we can do to help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap it up. Take care, guys, and we'll see you in another episode. Bye.
Bye.